Alrighties, gents, running backs and fullbacks today. So, your options are Javonte Williams and Reggie Gilliam. If either of you two need me to name the team that they're on now, please let me know, because I know the fullbacks can be hard, but I think I got guys who we all know where they are. So Javonte Williams and Reggie Gilliam, DeAndre Swift and Patrick Ricard, Rico Dowdle and Scott Matlock, and Tony Pollard and Robbie Oost.
Where's Gilliam hanging out these days?
I think he's still in Buffalo.
Okay.
I know Ricard went to the Giants. Matlock is still a Charger, and Oost is still a Seahawk. Reggie Gilliam. Not Gilliams. Oh, no, he's a Patriot now.
Oh, hold on. Who is with Ricard?
With Ricard is DeAndre Swift.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Who's with Gilliam again? The first one?
Javonte Williams. I feel like
this is Cowboys Javonte Williams.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the only one that really makes sense is Rico Dowdle with Scott Matlock. Because Rico is like the only well-rounded back in this entire group.
Yeah.
And Scott
Matlock.
He's a big boy.
Came into the league as a defensive tackle. He's a big boy.
I was leaning there for a minute towards DeAndre Swift and Ricard, right?
Mm-hmm. DeAndre Swift and Ricard, yeah.
But I will go with Rico Dowdle and Matlock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my pick. Need a well-rounded back.
Mm-hmm.
And DeAndre Swift, I tried to remember when DeAndre Swift was really, really good on the Eagles, on the Lions. He's not that same player.
He's very one-dimensional, being a receiving threat out of the backfield. He's not a power back, and there's a reason they had Jamal Williams in town with him.
Yeah, give me Rico and Matlock.
Is that who you're going with too, John?
Yeah.
That is also who
Rico,
I went with.
Like recently, not recently, within like last 2 seasons, has like come into his element.
He's real.
So there's still room to like.
He's real solid.
Since he left Dallas, he's been good.
Mm-hmm. I do think that it's a mistake for the Panthers to have just let him go to Pittsburgh. But he's going to be... I can see him doing some good things in that Mike McCarthy offense. All right, well.
And Javonte Williams was another consideration, but you cannot overlook the injury risk with that guy.
Javonte?
Williams, no.
He's had now one season where he's not broken down by week 5.
Did he play? Did he play every single game? So his rookie season in Denver, when he was splitting the backfield with Melvin Gordon, he played in all 17 games, 203 carries, 903 yards, and 4 touchdowns, and 300 yards through the air. Then the year after that, he only played in 4. 2023, he played in 16 games, started 13 of them for 700 yards. And then Sean Payton decided not to use him as much. Played in all 17, started 11, only had 500 yards. Then went to Dallas, where everyone kind of made fun of that, where he proceeded to put up 1,200 yards and 11 touchdowns in 16 games. So, who's laughing now?
I didn't realize he played that much. I just felt like every headline from 2022 to 2024 was, "Oh, Javonte Williams is hurt. Will he play next week?"
Mm-hmm. Because he kept getting overshadowed. I don't remember who was all there in that backfield with him. So I know Melvin Gordon was there for like the first 2 years, and then they gave up on him.
Because he's been a little bit in Denver.
Okay, here we go. Statistics. So last year he was splitting a backfield with Jaleel McLaughlin. That's the only other notable back. In 2023, he was splitting with Jaleel McLaughlin again.
What about 2022? Was that the Latavius Murray year?
I think, yes. Yeah, that was Latavius Murray. And then a
He
little...
just kept getting dug up from the grave to help whichever team had running back injuries.
I don't think Murray's on a... Yeah, no, he's not on a team. I think his career is finally done.
I think so. It was time.
Mm-hmm.
He was a pretty solid running back there in his early career. He was a Pro Bowl guy. I think a 2-time Pro Bowler even.
10-year career between, at the time, Oakland, Minnesota, New Orleans, Baltimore, Denver, and Buffalo. Solid stats all around. I mean, he only had 1,000 yards one time in his second year in Oakland. Was the lead back his first year in Minnesota during that Case Keenum season. Backed up Kamara for 3 years? 2 years. Found a home in Baltimore for a season. I think he split a backfield with Le'Veon Bell that year in 2021. I don't remember when he was there. Went back to New Orleans, but only played in one game. Went to Denver, took over that after Javonte went down, and then didn't do a whole lot in Buffalo. Mainly just a goal line back for them.
Yeah.
But
very solid player, though.
To have that being a 6th-round pick, not bad.
Not bad.
Well, anyways, welcome back to not the C-Cast. This is the Backseat Coaches. I've recorded too many episodes of jeez. I'm going to stop talking about it.
Welcome to the Backseat Coaches podcast, guys.
I shouldn't be the one who introduces it because I'm going to mess it up. We've got some interesting stuff today. The biggest news of the entire offseason, Jake Bobo re-signed with Seattle. Absolute stud. I was legit concerned that as soon as the offer sheet was signed by Jacksonville that we weren't going to do anything and he wasn't going to come back.
He's back.
Mm-hmm. Solid number 5, really good run blocker. It's a 2-year deal worth $5.5 million with $4.5 million guaranteed and worth up to $7 million with incentives. Where if no one had signed him, he would have been on a 1-year, $3.52 million deal because of the tender that we signed him to.
Very nice.
Did you guys re-sign JSN as well?
Yeah, but that's not nearly as important. Jake Bobo is clearly the better receiver, but if we're going to go there, JSN signed a 4-year, $168.6 million contract with $120 million guaranteed, making him the highest paid wide receiver in NFL history. So now, what are the Rams going to do with Puka Nacua? How much are you going to have to pay him?
The number 2 wide receiver in the league.
I mean, Puka Nacua does deserve to be paid top wide receiver money.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Him breaking the bank as well is definitely deserved, especially where he got drafted, what he's done so far. It's all completely deserved, as much as I really hate to praise him, 1, for being a Ram, 2, recently becoming a diva.
And 3 for coming from BYU.
Yeah.
He's taking the taking the Antonio Brown route a little bit too early.
My college football team and your college football team may be sworn enemies, but can we at least agree to hate BYU?
Yeah.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
I was at a BSU game against Nevada, and it was an absolute blowout. A bunch of people kept leaving, but I heard these one guys talking. If I don't care how our season goes, as long as we beat BYU, that's all that mattered. But I guess back over to JSN. So the deal averages $42.15 million per year. The interesting thing about it, so we just did the 5th-year option on his rookie contract. This new one that he signed doesn't kick in until after his 5th-year option is up.
Ooh, interesting.
So his cap hit is still going to be crazy low right now for these next 2 years in terms of first-round pick money.
So his
How long
extension
is his
doesn't
rookie?
kick in until 2028.
Mm-hmm.
Because his 5th year is 2027.
Yep.
Nice.
This deal doesn't kick in until 2028.
Oh, this is awesome.
Mm-hmm. I mean, his cap hit will be pretty heavy in 2027 because it's $23.9 million because the 5th-year option is always fully guaranteed whenever the team decides to pick it up.
Right. Well, that's because the players showed a good performance in his first 2, 3, 4 years.
But now he makes more money annually than Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, DK Metcalf, Garrett Wilson, so on and so forth.
None of those guys have rings, though.
No, they don't. Jamar Chase makes $40.25 million a year. JSN's making almost an extra $2 million more per year on average. And then Justin Jefferson's making $35. That's how it shows how big the jump is made.
And Jamar Chase is the only one that's been close to a ring.
Mm-hmm. Because he's the only other guy that's played in a bowl.
Mm-hmm. And it was a good one. Gosh. Should have won that, Eli Apple.
And with that signing, that's 2 of the 3 first-round picks from 2022 to 2023. I know they're still working on Devin Witherspoon, and I know that's going to be a pretty hefty deal, especially with what Trent McDuffie just signed with the Rams.
Yeah.
And knowing John Schneider, I'm not worried about the deal that he's going to sign. Because, I mean, there's no one else on the defense that needs to come back this season. The only person we really lost is Kobe Bryant. And even then, Ty Okada did so well filling in for both him and Julian Love. I'm not worried about that at all. And we signed Rodney Thomas, who has plenty of starting experience from Indianapolis. It is going to hurt with Woolen not having his height, being 6'4", but he was such a liability. And I've been playing Madden 26, and even he was a liability against the 49ers when I was playing with him last night. I was so mad. I was pissed.
Well, and the biggest thing, too, was in the NFC Championship against the Rams.
Mm-hmm. See, if he had made the interception instead of just the pass deflection, we wouldn't have been as mad because the ball still would have been ours. At least I wouldn't have been as mad. I can't speak for other people.
But I still would have been pretty mad. But then, but what happened, knocks down the ball, taunts, and then gives up a bomb on the very next play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that was like that was completely the writing on the wall for him. It was over right then and there. Your last game was going to be the Super Bowl. And that was at the time if we had made it because there was still a whole quarter left to play.
Yeah, and it was like all of our matches with the Rams last year, it was close.
Mm-hmm. Each one was entertaining in its own way. Because you've got the first one, Darnold threw 4 interceptions, and Seattle still almost won that game. Then you have the overtime thriller with the controversial 2-point conversion, which also was a big factor for the 1 seed in the playoffs.
Yep.
And then you have what everyone considers to be the Super Bowl that year, because the real one was very, very disappointing to a casual NFL fan. To me and to Aaron, Seahawks fans, great. That was the greatest game second greatest game I've ever watched. Denver's smoke show was even better. And I bet John enjoyed that one.
No words, just pure joy.
'Twas a good one. Was there any other big things that happened?
Yes. Speaking of the Denver Broncos, great segue, Mac. They traded for Jaylen Waddle.
Oh, right. That happened. Like, almost, I want to say that happened, like, right after we ended recording last time.
I think it was. I think it was the same day.
Yeah. Huge, absolutely huge move for Denver.
Mm-hmm. It was interesting that Miami was willing to part with their best receiver, because I know they had just signed him to a contract extension too. Yeah, 2024 they picked up his 5th year, and then they signed him to a 3-year, $84.75 million contract extension. And you just traded him away to one of the powerhouses.
Okay, it's okay.
I guess
I'm just going to reiterate Aaron's point in the group chat. He's got Tutu Atwell to throw to. He's got nothing to worry about.
Mm-hmm. So, looking at Waddle's stats, he's kind of regressed a little bit. So, 1,000 yards each of the first 2 seasons, 1,300 yards in 2022 being his best. Then you went for less than 750 in 2024, and you just broke 900 last year. So maybe
the quarterback play.
Plus, there's only he's only 27, so his age isn't necessarily a factor. But there's only so much you can do when you are a speed demon 5'10", 185-pound wide receiver.
Yeah.
There's only so much impact you can have when the only real route that I've seen is that you can just take the top off a defense. I haven't seen a whole lot of he can make people miss in the middle of the field when he catches an underneath route the way Tyreek could.
But the good news in Denver is he won't be the sole receiving target for Knicks.
No, because they still got Cortland Sutton. They got Marvin Mims. They got what's his name? Troy Franklin? I don't think that's right. Troy Franklin. Yep.
Yeah.
Like you have some solid receiving threats. Plus, you still have Evan Ingram, Adam Troutman, J.K. Dobbins, R.J. Harvey, Jaleel McLaughlin. Like
pretty stacked.
Mm-hmm. If Bo Nix, if that ankle injury doesn't hinder him at all, you're fine. There's nothing to worry about in Denver offensively.
Yep. However, Mac, you brought up an interesting point about Miami's offense.
Mm-hmm. So, the trade happened, and when I brought up the fact that in the group chat that he had no one to throw to, it makes me even more pissed that Malik Willis got the deal that he had. So, here's the stats that we're basing Malik Willis's contract off of. So, in Green Bay, he started 3 games. He played in more, but he only started 3. He went 2-1 in those games, 972 passing yards, 6 touchdowns, no interceptions, and a 79.9% completion percentage. That was good enough to give him a 3-year, $67.5 million contract. Then you have players from each of the last 3 years that I'm going to list off. Geno Smith signed a 1-year, $3.5 million deal in 2022. Played a full season and then got a 3-year, $75 million deal. Baker Mayfield in 2023 signed a 1-year, $4 million deal with the Bucs after splitting time with the Panthers and the Rams. Again, another prove-it deal. He earned himself a 3-year, $100 million deal in 2024. And then in 2024, Sam Darnold signed a 1-year, $10 million deal with the Vikings to be a bridge guy until McCarthy, they deemed he was ready to go. In which case, he got hurt. Darnold played the whole season, the same way the other two guys did. And even though the Vikings didn't bring him back, Darnold still signed a 3-year, $100.5 million deal with Seattle. They all played a full season. Why does 3 games give Malik Willis more than just a prove-it deal?
This feels like Matt Flynn.
Matt Flynn played 1 game. And, I mean, okay, I think Matt Flynn only signed like a $15 million deal, if I'm correct. Let me fact check that. Like, I know the deal was like crazy ridiculous to a lot of people, but this was also 2012.
So 15 million then was probably about 20 million today, and that's going to be Malik Willis's salary.
So March 18th, 2012, Matt Flynn signed a 3-year deal worth $20.5 million with $9 million guaranteed.
Oh. Okay, yeah, Malik Willis's is way bigger.
And it was the biggest contract that I don't know if it was Seattle who had handed out that big of a contract or if it was specifically John Schneider who had given out that big of a contract, of that being the biggest at the time. But, I mean, that was a mistake on our end. Because we ended up having...
It got resolved pretty quickly.
We had the most expensive backup in the league. Traded him away to the Raiders, where he proceeded to not stay there very long. He went back to Green Bay to go play some more games while Rodgers was coming back from a collarbone injury, where he didn't play bad. He only really played good in Green Bay. Anywhere else, he was not... he was not it.
No.
It was an interesting contract. I mean, I was, how old was I? I was 8. I didn't know what was going on. I wasn't paying attention to free agency like I do now. I remember watching one day, I saw Russell Wilson on my screen, and I thought, yeah, he's cool. He's probably the greatest quarterback ever. Of course I thought that. I'm 8. Well, little did I know he was going to lead my team to a Super Bowl.
The next year.
But it's the fact that 3 people over the last 4 years played a full season on a prove-it deal before they got their big contract, where Malik Willis played 3 games and signed not like a record-breaking contract, but he signed a big contract to throw to guys like Malik Washington, Jalen Tolbert, Tutu Atwell, Theo Weiss Jr., Taj Washington, Terrence Marshall, Greg Dulcich, and probably his best receiver, Devon Achane. You have set this poor man up for failure, and if this was the plan from the beginning, you should have just started Quinn Ewers all year and let Malik Willis go somewhere else.
What a mess.
Like, I don't care that you signed him to a deal. I'm pissed at how big it is.
Yeah. Quite a hefty offer for 3 games.
Right, guys, all we have to do is survive 3 NFL games. We get guaranteed money. Is that what this league is now?
He did play very well in those games. 80% completion percentage is really good.
Yeah, no, that's...
I wonder who his opponents were, though.
I mean, the one game that he lost was against Baltimore last year, where, I mean, Derrick Henry just had a monster game. There's no amount of quarterbacking you could do to beat that. That was absolutely insane. I don't know who the 2 games he played against in 2024 was. I think one of them was the Titans. I might be wrong. I need to go take a look. I need to see who he played against for my sanity. So Malik Willis started against was that an Anthony Richardson Colts team? Yep. Where he threw 12 of 14 for 122 yards and a touchdown. But what did he do on the ground? I know he did quite a bit on the ground. 6 carries for 41 yards. Okay.
Not bad.
So you played a Anthony Richardson-led Colts team, so the defense ended up doing most of the work. And then, yeah, you were the starter against the Titans where you threw 13 of 19, 1 touchdown, 202 yards, and then 6 carries for 73 yards and a touchdown on the ground. And that one was a routing. What were the, let's see, touchdown pass, pick 6. So take away the pick 6, it's still a win because the score was 30-14. So it's just a 9-point game if you take away that pick 6. You played against you beat an 0-3 Titans team, an 0-2 Indianapolis team, and then you lost to a playoff fighting Baltimore team. And you got that kind of money for it.
That's a $7 million or $70 million man right there.
No. Mm-mm. I mean, we can let's take a look at his stats from the Titans.
Oh no.
So,
no.
He also started 3 games there as well. He went 1-2. His rookie season, he had 50.8% completion percentage, 276 yards, and 3 interceptions, no touchdowns. Averaged 4.5 yards per pass attempt. Or I guess that's per completion. Am I crazy? Where do you see he's worth $70 million for 3 years? I feel like I'm going nuts. And you go back, you can go look at that. He played a game in Tennessee against Baltimore, and I think it was in London. I remember watching this. It was so bad. I think he had like 37% completion percentage. It was no, he didn't. He went 4 or 5. Oh no, it was he couldn't get any time in the pocket because his O-line was so bad. That's what it was. But I remember watching him, and it was just, oh, wait a minute. Am I looking at the right? Is that the right guy? Or am I looking at the... No, that's the right guy. So why are you showing Levis? I might be losing my mind here. Was it 2022 that I'm thinking of? I guess I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, I do remember Malik Willis's rookie year being really rough.
It was, I mean, Tannehill was still there and he started most of the games. But it was, people thought he was going to go first overall in that draft. And his time in Tennessee did not prove that at all. Not one bit.
First rounder ended up being Kenny Pickett. That's how weak that class was.
Mm-hmm. Was there anybody good out of that draft class at quarterback? I guess Sam Howell had an okay season in Washington. before he got traded to us. Which I can't really blame him.
No, that's not on him. Washington was a mess at that time.
Because that was still Dan Snyder. Ron Rivera was the head coach. Okay, so Kenny Pickett, I think he's not a franchise guy. Not one bit. But I do think that it goes just a little different if he goes to a competent offensive team. Like, he obviously needed to sit for 1 or 2 years before he ever got a chance to start. But I don't think it's his fault that his career is such a mess. I think it's because of where he got drafted and the system he went into.
And I also think part of it had to do with the pressure because he was drafted to replace Roethlisberger.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as I don't like Roethlisberger, he was good for quite a while.
Yeah.
Desmond Ridder was a starter for too long.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
What's sad is I wanted Seattle to draft him, not to be a starter. I knew he was going to have to sit because of where he played his college ball at. He was not going to come in and just light the league up like C.J. Stroud did in his rookie year. I knew he needed time to sit, and it doesn't matter how bad your quarterback is. If they have the experience, learning from that experienced player it's good to know. It doesn't matter what they've done. Because, I mean, you look at a guy like Chase Daniel, he was a backup his entire career. And yet, he was a great mentor to Mitch Trubisky for the 2 years he was in Chicago. I thought it was a mistake to let him leave, because I think that's when Mitch Trubisky really started to regress.
This is true.
Oh, boy. Matt Corral was in that draft, too.
I don't remember Matt Corral playing.
Because he didn't. I don't think he took a single snap outside the preseason. Now he's the starter for the Birmingham Stallions.
Let's see.
I know he's on a UFL team. Is it UFL or the Birmingham Stallions?
Yep.
I thought so.
Let's see. I don't know that he's the starter. He played 6 games in 2024, started 3. Played in 3 2025, started.
He played 3 games and then just disappeared. I don't know what happened. And I kept trying to find stuff about it, and I couldn't. Like, nothing saying that he got benched, got hurt, found another career opportunity, nothing. I found absolutely nothing.
But hang on.
He started 3 games, and then I looked one day, and he wasn't there anymore. He's just gone.
But he started games in the playoff, or he played in the playoffs for both of those teams too. Played for a significant portion of the game.
I don't know.
So weird. Because he played in 5 games in total in the regular season across the 2 seasons. Had just as many touchdowns as interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
55.4 completion percentage. And so then he plays in the playoffs too and throws 2 touchdowns and a pick both years.
Yeah, not great.
What is the UFL even? What is it? Because that's not how things work in the NFL. You don't just throw your backup into a playoff game unless your starter's hurt.
Mm-hmm. There's one quarterback who's done pretty good for himself out of 2022. Brock Purdy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
A very...
Mr. Irrelevant.
I am still in full belief that it was a criminal overpay to give him that contract extension. There's no reason he should have gotten that big of a deal when he's had one decent year and he was surrounded by all pros. You saw what he did without all those all pros the year after when they were all hurt, and he had nothing.
Put up a stinker.
Granted, I know he was missing a lot of them again, but McCaffrey was an absolute workhorse for them this season.
Well, and it's a lot of it boils down to Shanahan's system. Mac Jones looked like a freaking all-pro when he was playing in Purdy's place this year.
I still think Mac Jones deserves a starting job.
He's pretty solid.
It was
I'll give
it. I'm a firm believer that Mac Jones's problem wasn't that he was just a 1-year rookie sensation. I think it was because he lost McDaniels. Because he got a head coaching job to the Raiders immediately after his rookie season.
Yeah. Purdy threw 20 touchdowns in 9 games last year.
And 10 interceptions.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Almost,
That's like a whole season's worth of stats.
Mm-hmm.
Minus the yards number.
Yeah, almost 70% completion percentage, 2,100 yards. Only took 11 sacks, but again, you played in 9 games. You're not going to see crazy high sack numbers unless your O-line is horrendous. But 2023, you threw 4,200 yards. Hold on, I just left because I need to go see the team stats so I can see who he was throwing the ball to. 4,200 yards, 31 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Okay, that's really good. And you had 70% completion percentage again. That's incredible. McCaffrey had 1,400 yards on the ground and 14 touchdowns. Okay, that explains why the passing game would be so strong. You have a really good run game going. Therefore, if you hit play action, they're gonna have a tendency to bite. He was throwing to Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Juwan Jennings, Christian McCaffrey. I know this one isn't a huge deal breaker in this, but Kyle Juszczyk, I know he's an all-pro. Still counts. Jennings isn't an all-pro, but at the time he was just the number 3, and he was still getting a decent amount of usage. And then you had a top-tier O-line with a healthy Trent Williams. I couldn't name anybody else on the offensive line outside of Aaron Banks. And then you had, I think, I'm pretty sure a top 10 defense at bare minimum.
Yeah.
But he did that. Now let's go to 2024, when he still played the full season and he lost everybody. So, no McCaffrey. That was the year that he had back issues and he just never put it together. He played 4 games and had 200 yards on the ground and 140 yards through the air. No touchdowns. Nothing. Purdy had a 66% completion percentage, 3,800 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 12 picks, sacked 31 times. His leading rusher had 790 yards in Jordan Mason. He only had 3 touchdowns. Okay, that's understandable. That's not your main starter. Totally, completely understandable. You still had George Kittle. Juwan Jennings really came into his own there. Deebo Samuel continued to show why he was not worth that first contract extension that he kept complaining about, that he deserved big-time receiver money. No, you didn't. You had 1 good year. Ricky Pearsall, after he got shot in the leg during his rookie season, was, trying his best to be the Brandon Ayuk replacement because Ayuk only played in 7 games before he went down with, I think, an ACL tear. Everyone disappeared.
Yeah.
Granted, I know your defense did lose some pieces. You were going through a schematic change. But the offense itself should not have changed because it's still Kyle Shanahan calling the plays.
Yeah.
It's his playbook. He calls them. There shouldn't be any change outside of the run game because McCaffrey was down. And he heavily underperformed. Granted, I do think the defense was a bigger reason why they lost more of those games because they just couldn't stop anybody. I mean, you gave up 35 plus points in back-to-back weeks. against Green Bay and Buffalo, and your offense only put up 10 points. Neither of those defenses at the time could really warrant only giving up 10 points to a Kyle Shanahan offense. There's no way. You beat a team that just fired Matt Eberflus in Chicago. You beat the Bucks. I don't know how you beat the Bucks. You beat the Cowboys. Okay, understandable. You're the 49ers. You guys always whoop up on the Cowboys. This was the first game that Mike McDonald played against San Francisco. And he was the roster hadn't gelled together yet, so understandable. You beat the crap out of a very underperforming Gerard Mayo-led New England team. And you beat the New York Jets. Okay, everybody beats the Jets.
Yeah.
This was just sad. And then he signed, 4 years, $256 million? Is that what it was? Where's that number?
See if I can find
5
it.
years. 5 years, $265 million that he signed this past offseason. But that I can justify more than Malik Willis. You have 2.5 full seasons under your belt before you signed that contract. Malik Willis has 3 usable games to work off of.
3 games.
3 games for $70 million compared to 2.5 seasons for $265. Is it an overpay? Yes, but I can justify that more than Malik Willis's contract.
Fair enough.
Miami has set up that poor man for failure.
They have. We'll have to. It'll be interesting to see when the season starts.
Mm-hmm. And then
how things go there in Miami.
And then you look at their draft picks. So round 1, they have 11 and 30. Round 2, they have 43. And that's it. There's no receiver worthy of going at number 11. Not one bit. Carnell Tate is considered the best wide receiver, and he's not a top 10 pick. Not to discredit anything that he's done. He's not a top 10 pick. I don't see that. If he's sitting there at 30, maybe you can justify that. But Carnell Tate, Jordan Tyson, Mekhi Lemon, Denzel Boston, maybe Omar Cooper. If any of them are sitting there at 43, you snag one. You need to get as much help as you can for Malik Willis if this is not a tank for Arch Manning year. And that's if Arch Manning decides to forego, because he still has 2 years of eligibility left now that I looked at it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a pretty disastrous situation in Miami.
They make me mad, but that's the end of my rant. I'm done. I'm done talking about it.
Good rant, boys.
Ugh.
Should we get into some player guessing,
Yes.
gentlemen?
I think we should, yes.
Oh, did I get... No, I didn't. Okay. Whew, I thought I got rid of my tabs.
Who's starting us off?
I'll start. So, this player is an offensive player, drafted in 2005 in the second round to the San Diego Chargers. Was there until 2011, and then proceeded to spend 2012 to 2016 with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where he has since been retired. Aaron knows who it is already.
I know who this is.
3-time Pro Bowler. For the sake of John, it's a wide receiver.
Was he used as a wide receiver,
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
or was he? Okay. Nope. I was thinking Darren Sproles. Who is it?
Come on, Aaron.
This is Vincent Jackson.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Darren Sproles was that early of a pick. I think, when did he get drafted?
2005 draft. I just didn't remember a round. think he
I
was a
completely
third.
butchered his name. John, you got real quiet.
Yeah, your audio's really quiet.
Oh, he was in 2005. But he was in the 4th round. Also to the Chargers. Huh.
I feel like an old lady right now. Is this how you do it?
I can go next because I think this is going to be Torture John Day. I've got another former.
Well, let's not do that.
Your
Is that
audio's better now.
Okay.
I'll go next because it's Torture John Day. Okay, my offensive.
I don't like. I didn't agree to this.
My offensive player was drafted in the 2nd round in 2008. He was a Bronco from 2008 to 2011, a Charger from 2012 to 2014, and a Bear from 2015 to 2016.
Oh, I feel like I should know this.
Uh-oh, John, we lost your audio.
What is going?
Oh,
on?
no, there you are. You're good.
Okay. What team was he on after this?
After who?
The Chargers.
He was a Bear.
Oh, boy. Oh, I know who it is. It's another receiver, John.
What was his Madden rating when he was a Charger?
Let's see.
Is that possible to look up? I feel like anytime I try to look up a player's Madden ratings, it gives me their Ultimate Team cards.
Let's see. Madden rating in... Gosh, that would have been Madden 13?
2012? Yeah.
Let's see if it tells me. In Madden 13, he was a 76 overall.
Didn't he have like
Ooh.
one obscure year where he led the league in receiving yards? When he was,
Let me look at that. I don't know if he ever did. No,
am I thinking someone else?
he might have had a. He might have had a. Yeah, you might be thinking of someone else. He had a good case for Rookie of the Year though. Probably in 08. He had 980 yards and 5 touchdowns.
What number was he?
He wore. He wore 19 with the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what he wore with the Chargers.
Pretty sure he wore 18 in Chicago.
No, he wore 19 in
He
Chicago.
did? Oh.
Yeah. He wore 11 for the Chargers. From 2012 to 2014.
Oh, Eddie Royal.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think the guy that I was thinking of that led the league in yards for one season was Brandon Lloyd.
Oh, yeah, that might have been it.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, I want to make sure my audio doesn't cut out again. This man was drafted in 2011 by the Raiders out of LSU. He played with the Rams, the Raiders, the Rams, the Chargers, and the Cardinals.
Sorry, what year was he drafted?
2011.
2011.
We were talking about that draft before you got on the call.
Did you say what round?
The third.
To the Raiders?
The Raiders.
What position? Or is that like a dead giveaway?
Offense or defense?
He is a lineman.
Oh.
Oh, I know who this is.
You're going to have to tell me because I have no idea.
This is Rodney Hudson.
No,
Right?
It's not.
No, Rodney Hudson was just a Raider and a Cardinal.
Oh, that's right.
That was a good guess, though.
What were the teams again?
In order, it was the Raiders in 2011, the St. Louis Rams from 2012 to 2014, both the San Diego and the LA Chargers from 2015 to 2018, and then retired a Cardinal in 2018.
What number did he wear in Arizona?
Let me see. $60.
Was he ever a Pro Bowler?
That didn't help.
We lost you again.
Is not telling me if he was or not.
Okay.
Is not telling me or not.
I'm
Hold on.
I'm pretty sure I'm stumped. Because the only Cardinals lineman I can think of... What year was he a Cardinal?
2018.
Yeah, no. The only Cardinal linemen that I can think of from at any point are Rodney Hudson, Justin Pugh, J.R. Sweezy, DJ Humphreys, and Kevin Beecham.
Oh,
We lost you again for a second.
Joe Barksdale.
Who is that?
He is.
Was he a backup?
No, I don't know. I looked up what NFL players had, are mental health advocates. I don't know.
I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, no, that is not a player that we were talking about at all.
I guess it's not Frank John Day.
All right, my turn. My defensive player was drafted in 2006 out of the second round to the Houston Texans. Was there until 2000. Oh, crap. I feel like Aaron knows it already.
No, I was thinking of their first rounder.
2006 to 2011, and then Philadelphia from 2012 to 2015.
Oh, I do know who this is.
Ah, dang it. I also couldn't remember if I had done this guy before already.
I know exactly. I don't think you did him before, but I heard the two teams and I'm like, wait a minute.
I was strikes.
Do I need to go over it again?
If you could, that would
Okay.
be wonderful.
Second round pick in 2006 to the Houston Texans. He was there until 2011. And then from 2012 to 2015, he was a Philadelphia Eagle. Player in the front seven.
is still talked about to this day.
Mm-hmm.
What college did he go to? Is what John asks.
Alabama.
Hey, Mac.
What?
Oh, is he by chance coach of Tech?
Maybe.
Is it Cousins? No, D'Amico Ryan.
Yes. Dude, your audio is bugged.
I don't have.
I mean, I don't. It's either you talk and we can't hear anything, or it's like 2 seconds behind your mouth moving.
Last resort is the AirPods. Please cut this out of the video if you know how.
Hi, John.
Hello,
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. So my computer just took a dump, so that's what that was.
Oh, that's what happened. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
we did my guy.
So now we'll go to mine.
Yep.
Speaking, Mac, of the 2006 rookie class, this defensive player was undrafted in 2006. Initially signed to the Texans, but then went to the Packers, signed there ultimately, played there until 2014. Was a Cleveland Brown in 2015 and 2016, was a Cardinal in 2017, returned to the Packers in 2018 and 2019, had a brief stop on the Ravens in 2020 before ultimately returning to the Packers ahead of their playoff run, and that was the very last team he played for.
He got drafted he went undrafted to the Texans?
Yep.
This is a defensive player.
Yep. Secondary. He is a one-time Pro Bowler in 2010 and also a Super Bowl champion.
Oh, I know exactly who this is. Does John have an idea?
I haven't the slightest
No?
idea.
Is this
No.
Trayman Williams?
Yes, it is.
The man who gave up the game-winning touchdown to Jermaine Kearse in the 2014 NFC Championship game.
Yep. That's him. I never realized that he was a Cardinal, though. His stint there must have been pretty
It was
forgettable.
very, very brief because I don't really remember him there either. I think it was that. When was he there? 2017? Yeah. He was in that same second. I think he was there with Antoine Bethea.
Let's see. It was Justin Bethel and Brandon Williams were his two fellow corners.
Patrick Peterson wasn't there? Was he hurt?
Oh, yeah. He was there.
And I think
But
this.
he was competing with Bethel and Williams
And then who were.
for the opposite.
I know. I'm pretty sure it was Antoine Bethea who was one of the safeties that year, if I'm not crazy.
Let's see.
Yeah. Antoine Bethea and Branch. Who's Branch? Tyrann Mathieu, Buda Baker, and Tyvon Branch. They had a wicked good set of four safeties that they could rotate. Forgot about that. All right, John, you're up.
Alrighty. This man was drafted by the Jets in 2000. He played for the Jets from 2000 to 2005. Played for the Falcons from 2006 to 2012, and then the Cardinals from 2013 to 2014.
Defensive or offensive?
He's a defensive end.
Yeah, okay.
Was this somebody weird like Croy Bierman?
No, but it is a weird name.
Hmm.
He's
Jets,
top 15
Falcons.
all time in sacks.
Oh, wow. When did he become a Cardinal?
In 2013. He had 6 Pro Bowls.
This is John Abraham.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What a pull.
Yeah, it is.
As a Madden 12 player, I have logged in extensive time against the 2011 Falcons,
What a pull.
or sometimes as the 2011 Falcons.
I didn't know he was that good.
Yeah, he still holds the Falcons all-time franchise record for sacks.
He was pretty nasty. I didn't realize he ever played for the Cardinals though.
Yeah, I didn't either. Well,
Must have been like a
he played one game in 2014 after doing the 16 in 2013.
it
And
still counts.
the 2013 year was the first year of Carson Palmer where it was kind of forgettable, so it's understandable. Yeah, I had no idea he was that good.
Yeah, he was a beast.
Huh.
Had no idea he played for the Jets or Cardinals though. I only knew Falcons days.
I just didn't know he was top 15 all time in like career sacks. I knew he was crazy. But
Yeah, that's impressive. 3-time,
that's really good.
5-time Pro Bowler, first team All Pro, co-leader in forced fumbles in 2001. You're incredible. Wow.
He's got to be a Hall of Famer.
Not yet.
No, but he's in consideration for this year's class, I guess.
Yeah, maybe not a first ballot Hall of Famer, but
No.
got a case for it.
He's been nominated in 2019, 2025, and again this year.
All right.
Who was the class this year? It was a small class for this year.
It was a small class.
Kuechly made it.
Yeah, Kuechly, Fitzgerald made it.
Rightfully so.
Drew Brees, Adam Vinatieri, and Roger Craig.
Yep.
What's crazy is outside of Roger Craig, we watched all those guys play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Brees, Fitzgerald, obviously everybody's deserving. Brees, Fitzgerald are 100% first ballot worthy for what they did.
I would argue Luke Kuechly as well. I think he was first ballot, wasn't he?
Yeah. This was his, let's see, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So yeah, this is the first year he was eligible.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Technically the second year, but I don't know if he was on the ballot last year. This was Drew Brees' first year of eligibility. This was Fitzgerald's first year of eligibility. This was Vinatieri's first year of eligibility. Obviously, Roger Craig has been eligible for a while. Yeah, this was technically Luke Kuechly's second year of eligibility, but I don't know if he was on the ballot his first year of eligibility. Yeah, they're saying it was his second year. He wasn't a first ballot.
Yeah, man. Adam Vinatieri. Holy cow. What longevity?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I mean, we're only ever going to see that out of kickers anymore, and even then, I don't know if we're ever going to see another kicker have that kind of longevity again.
He was
Yeah,
in the league for how many years?
24. He went undrafted
That's
in
crazy.
1996.
played until 2019.
I mean, I know he's still in Madden 21 for that COVID year. He's sitting there in free agency at like a 73 overall.
That's crazy.
He
What's
just
crazy is that Madden 12. There is. Let me make sure that he didn't play that season. Yeah, he didn't play that season. In Madden 12, Joey Galloway is still in there.
no way.
Yeah, so when I've played franchise mode, if I'm ever short on receivers, there have been times where I've signed Joey Galloway, which is pretty impressive considering he was drafted in 1995. And receivers don't last as long as kickers do.
Nope. Because we're not going to have longevity like Fitzgerald or Jerry Rice ever again out of a wide receiver.
Also in that game are a 38-year-old Mark Brunell,
Oh, boy.
a really, really old Mark Brunell,
Ooh.
and some other guys from the mid to late 90s.
I know in Madden 20, if you load up a franchise, Andrew Luck is still sitting in there. He's not in the game anywhere else, but if you load up franchise, he is sitting in there. And if you don't take him, he almost always goes to Denver.
R.I.P. Andrew Luck.
That's my birthday twin. Joey
My
Galloway.
birthday twin. No.
When it comes to like athletes that I share a birthday with, I share one with Andrew Luck and Yao Ming.
Wow.
I share a birthday with Mike Tyson and Michael Phelps.
Ooh.
Let me Google mine.
I didn't have to Google. I just have random facts like that stored in my head.
I learned Andrew Luck's birthday because of a sticker book that I had that he was in, and it had his birthday on the side of his name.
Let's see. I have the same birthday as one of my favorite economists. Other than that, not a whole lot going on.
Okay, so I looked
But
up.
F.A. Hayek, same birthday as him.
Oh?
Okay, I looked up specifically some athletes. So I share a birthday with Jesse Owens, Freddie Freeman, Andrew
Ooh.
Luck, Zaire Williams, 2001 NBA player. I don't know who that is. Those. Okay. The first three I named were the only ones that I recognized. But still.
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Oh, and then there's Yao Ming that they didn't put on here for some reason.
Oh.
I have the same birthday as Ronnie Lott
Ooh.
and Michael Penix.
Huh.
I missed one. I have the same birthday as AJ Brown.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then the rest are just TikTokers.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. I mean, if I had the app, I would care, but this, nah, nah I'm not. You gotta be more productive with your day.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that feels like a good place to end this one.
I
I-
think so.
That was, yeah. I think we cooked up a good one there.
That was, hey, we got some character development out the way.
Oh boy.
um, yeah, we're the backseat coaches.
Like I guess I'm a
Uh,
Malik Willis hater. Um, you know
Make
what?
sure you go.
We'll make a bet right here, right now on this.
All right, let's do it. What's up?
If Malik Willis can lead the Dolphins to 6 wins or more this season, I will get a Malik Willis jersey.
I think it's only fair.
Because I can't say more than 3. I think the Dolphins are going to be capable of winning 3 games. But with the roster that they have right now, I'm going to say 6. We'll see if it needs to be adjusted after the draft.
Is this just you saying you want to buy another jersey?
I mean, yes, because I don't have a Dolphins jersey, but I have been hating on Malik Willis from the start.
That's fair. That's fair.
If he can prove me wrong, then he can get some of my money from me buying his jersey.
He's gonna ball out knowing that you said that.
Yeah, because he's going to see this.
MVP
Anyways,
50s, 56. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna have a grand old time throwing to Tutu Atwell and Greg Dulcich.
he's gonna break Drury's record. Trust.
They're gonna draft. Oh boy, they're gonna have a great old time throwing to Tutu Atwell and what? Oh, those are not the right
Achan.
receivers. Devon Achan, Tutu Atwell, whoever they draft, because I know they're gonna at least take one wide receiver. Do I know who? No idea. But yeah, if he can get the Dolphins to 6 games pending what they do in the draft, that makes me feel like I have to adjust it slightly. And that would be 1 game up or down. Then if he can prove me wrong, I'll get a jersey.
There you go.
I'll have to wear it proudly on the podcast for 1 episode.
Yes.
Make like a full-length apology to him.
Yeah, we'll make that be our segment instead of player guessing. It's just you apologizing and us throwing more like gas on the fire, saying, "And you forgot about this. You forgot about that."
Just start it off like like I'm apologizing for a Twitter tweet.
Oh man.
we need you to. How well can you fake cry?
I can't.
Oh well.
I can just look really disappointed in myself.
If I do clip it, I'll make sure to throw some sad music in there for you.
Make it black and white, put the rain over the top of it.
Perfect.
All right, I think that's a wonderful note to end off on.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for the results of this bet, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yes.
In about 10 months.
Yep. Make sure you go follow our Instagram. It is literally what the YouTube says. It's just the backseat coaches. I don't know what we're gonna do with that yet, but if you our follow would be much appreciated.
Yeah, John, if you could shoot me the link for that so I can put it in the description.
Yes, absolutely.
But I believe I got nothing else. I assume you guys got nothing else. Thank
No.
you for watching. Have a good rest of your day, night, evening, dinner, lunch, breakfast, whenever you decide to watch this. John, you froze.
Again.
The technical difficulties. Poor John.
Dude, it's not gonna leave me alone.
Just do your thing with the hand so I can cut the episode.